Developing now, Fox 45 News has learned the Baltimore City Safe Streets program has spent tens of thousands of dollars this year on shoes, travel, and trainings provided by undisclosed vendors. As our city faces a crime crisis, calls for an audit are now becoming louder. This morning, CEO of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski, joining us live to weigh in. Adam, good morning. As a transparency watchdog, what struck you about our investigation?
The money, showing the people in Baltimore exactly how their money is being spent. And it's stunning. I mean, what does shoes and shopping at Forever 21, GameStop, Walmart and other retail providers have to do with violence interruption? What does travel to Los Angeles, staying at four-star hotels for a Gifford-centered conference, a conference that at its heart wants to strip the American people and the people in Baltimore of Second Amendment rights to defend themselves? What does that have to do with stopping violence? Fox45, a number of years ago, they did a report on police response times versus Detroit. It took 16 minutes once you called the local police for them to respond. So unless you can defend yourself, you're going to be in the hospital or dead.
Some of the other issues, as we look for transparency here, beyond what you just mentioned there, redacting key vendors that provided training to Safe Streets employees, why would they do that? Wouldn't you want to put it out there so people could see where that money's going?
This goes right to the culture of secrecy at City in Baltimore, where they redact the vendor names, the very folks that provide services. Look, you've correctly identified, you've had Safe Streets employees, violence interrupters, quote unquote, that have been indicted for federal felonies. So who's training these people? You need to know who that is. Furthermore, Cornell University, an Ivy League university with a $10 billion endowment, soaked up nearly $9,000 worth of staff development costs, and they wouldn't even respond to your request for comment.
Right. You
got Catholic Charities there, and they're running a number of these Safe Streets locations. We took a look at their revenues last year. Megan, it was nearly $150 million they took in on donations and revenues. Yep. There's a real culture of profiteering here versus providing charitable public service. Why is Catholic Charities even charging to run the Safe Streets program? They should be volunteering with that kind of revenue. Make the streets safer in the city of Baltimore.
Adam, as you mentioned, this is certainly something that we've been looking into, and we're not going to stop. We're also, though, seeing some city leaders mentioning that an audit needs to be done. Why would that not be happening? Obviously, a nonprofit, it doesn't have to, but when you're talking about a lot of taxpayer dollars, is that something that City Council should be looking into?
Absolutely. Well, I do think they have to report all their expenses. So the city has the line-by-line accounting detail. They open the books immediately on this entire program. What do they have to hide? Look, the violence numbers, they're never going in the right direction in Baltimore. And this is, with millions of dollars at stake, the people deserve line-by-line transparency and no less.
I know some of our viewers are feeling that sentiment right now. All right, Adam, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.